Hi, I'm Nicola, the Bonnie Gardener. I've painted this bookcase with outdoor paint because I've recently brought it from inside the house to outside in order to store all of my plants. In today's episode, I want to share with you how you can create new homes for plants in your garden. We're going to be lifting plants and moving them to new places, as well as dividing them so that you can share your own plants with your friends and family. This bed behind me I've made changes to every year since I moved to this house, and I'm still not happy with it. So today I'm going to be moving a plant from behind me to another part of the garden. It's really easy to move plants from place to place, and also one of the most fun and creative and inspiring parts of gardening. It's really easy, so I'm going to show you how. This plant is a chrysanthemum. It's a late flowerer and it thrives in full sun, but I think it's going to be much better in my cutting garden. When you're lifting the plant, ideally lift it with a fork or with a spade. Avoid damaging the roots, and then take it as quickly as you can to its new position in order to plant it. The hole that we dig for the plant should be around twice the diameter of the root ball and the same depth. The wider diameter just allows the roots to spread out into the soil, and the same depth is just so we don't kind of disturb how much is above the ground and how much is under the ground. All I have to do now is snip off last year's stems and give it a good water. And every few days for at least the next month or so, especially when the weather's so dry. A happy garden is full of happy plants, and if you want to make sure your plants are happy, divide them every few years to maintain their health and vigour. I'll show you an example about how to divide plants using primulas. So just gently teasing it out of the earth. And then picking up the whole plant and just shaking off any excess soil. So what we want to do here is expose the roots, so just so we see the roots. We can actually separate that plant into a few different ones. So just taking apart the leaves, and sometimes you have to be a little bit brutal, just tearing it apart. So we now have two pieces of primula, both of which have a good healthy root system, and it means that we can go and plant them elsewhere. Primulas don't have deep roots, so I've just dug a small hole, placed the primula in, and then firmed around the bottom with some earth. A good water and it'll be on its way. You can divide most herbaceous perennial plants in this way. Herbaceous perennials are non-woody plants that come up and die back and then come back again the next year. If you're giving cuttings to a friend, then you have to pot up the plant and put it into some compost or into some earth, give it a good water, and it will last fine until your friend receives it. Dividing plants is a really good way to save money rather than going to the garden centre to buy more. It's also a really nice way of sharing your plants with friends and family. Behind me you'll see the cherry tree that is blossoming in my garden. It's a great time of year for cherry blossom, and we've been out and about enjoying some of the ones near us. Thank you for all the videos and photographs that you've been sending into the Facebook page. It was really fun and really great to see somebody whistling the theme tune to the Bonnie Gardener. Somebody got in touch with a lilac which needed rehomed because it had outgrown its space. Now it has a wonderful new garden to enjoy and fully flourish, and doesn't it look super? It was a real privilege to be invited onto an Instagram live with the Mediterranean dietitian to talk about all things growing your own vegetables, gardens and eating healthily. If you're out and about in your local woodland, have a look for bluebells. You might spot differences between some of them. So we have British bluebells and they're dainty and have a droopy head. Or we have Spanish bluebells which are more invasive and they're upright and a bit bigger. So see if you can spot the difference when you're next out and about. What's growing in the garden this week. This is a dicentra. It comes in pink or white and it's also known as a bleeding heart. It's pretty obvious why when you look at it. Called Thalia. It's Monty Don's favourite and it's a lovely late flowerer. This is a heuchera. My husband thinks that's the sound you make when you're clearing your throat. It also comes in a variety of different foliage colours, including purples and reds and lime greens.
And what else have you learnt this week?
Somebody lost Bonnie's ball in a bit of an awkward place.